everyone, it's Simplicity and welcome back to a new video. Today we have a new Townie Makeover on Eddy Mullis. So this one I kind of had some fun with, if I'm completely honest. So it was a little bit different for me. I do tend to make kind of like bad boy rebellion sims, but not necessarily like the punk rock dark makeup kind of vibe. And I had a lot of fun with this. So I changed his skin up. You're gonna see I'm gonna play around with his features here a little bit. I was recommended to do him in a Townie Makeover, which I will pop up on the screen right here. But I kind of love the way that he came out, if I'm completely honest. So similarly to my past Townie Makeovers, I have only done the everyday outfits. This is on 2x speed. So his makeover didn't take me as long as some of the other ones, but I kind of had an idea in mind whenever it came to him for some reason, and it wasn't like me having to fully play around. I just kind of knew what I wanted to go for and I went for it. So I don't feel like I changed his features up too much. I had actually sent Ashley a picture of his after makeover, and she could tell who it was like right away. So I don't think I changed him up too much, or maybe she just kind of knew like the vibe of how he was originally and what I was kind of like going for. I don't really know, but she knew who it was. So I was like, okay, clearly I didn't go too far off with this one. Because I know like with the Tiffany makeover that I did, I definitely changed it up quite a bit from the original vibe that she was going with. But it was because of her lifetime wish and her traits. Whereas when it comes to like I did Derek last week, this week is Eddy, like I'm trying to keep them very similar to like the vibe that they originally had going for them, because I feel like it suits them and it just kind of goes with their personality. And this one, I will say I went for it when it came to like the makeup and everything, and just kind of like the overall vibe of him, which I'm very excited to get to. I'm kind of like, can we just skip over me fooling around with some of the sliders and everything and just kind of seeing what happens. I was gonna say I don't think I changed up too much of his features because I felt like it looked really good on him already. The one thing that I will say kind of bothered me was his upper lip shape, but I couldn't seem to like fix it to be the way that I had hoped. But in the end, it did actually end up working out really well. And I will say, so I don't know if you are all noticing this, that his beard, his eyebrows, and his hair are 3 different colors. Drives me nuts. I do end up changing it that they are all black, I believe is what I went for, because I felt like it just kind of went with his vibe a little bit better. Yeah, I don't know. I will have a download link and stuff in the description for him, because I have been getting comments about putting my Townie Makeovers up for download, which I feel kind of bad. Like I've kind of slacked on it, if I'm completely honest, and don't end up having it ready for whenever these videos go up, but I do eventually get there. I had issues with eyebrows on him for some reason. I don't know what it was. Just nothing seemed to be the right vibe of what I wanted. So I ended up just going with the staple male eyebrows that I normally use. And then I don't remember what I used for facial hair, but I do make it darker. I just don't remember what one I went with. I don't remember. I think it was this one, which tends to be one of the ones that I use quite often, so that doesn't really surprise me any. And then I think I was going back in to try and fool around with the eyebrows to try and make them look just a little bit better, because I felt like they were too thick. So I did make them a little bit thinner, not much, just like the teeny tiniest bit, because I felt like they were like looking way too thick for the like his proportions for some reason. And now it looks like we're hopping into makeup, which makes me excited. So I have this like custom one that I downloaded for, was it my Halloween broken doll creator sim maybe? He did originally have makeup on. I was trying to figure out what one it was and what it kind of looked like, but I didn't end up going with it. I just kind of kept it with this little black one here, and I was trying to figure out what way I liked it, if I wanted it lighter or darker. I think I just kind of went like this for like a smudge sort of look, and then I added a darker waterline, but I brought that down a little bit, And I was trying to see if I wanted to add a top eyeliner to him. Didn't love the way that most of it looked, and then came down here to the base game smudgy one and brought it down a lot because I felt like it just kind of looked really good. And then went in here with some cheek pores. I did some face shadow, some mouth corners. I think I added a highlight as well. I didn't add in a blush because that was why I went with the cheek pores, because it kind of adds a little bit of color. It took me a while to figure out the proper color for his face shadow, but we got there eventually. Had to bring that highlight down quite a bit. And then, was that all that I ended up doing in here? Oh, I went back in and I changed the colors of the cheek pores to kind of be a little bit more natural on him. And then lipstick. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and do like a nice little natural lip on him. Don't believe that's what I ended up doing. I know that I didn't stay with this one, which is the one that I do typically use on my male Sims, but I was picking up on like a vibe and what I wanted to go for here, and this wasn't it. So I think I ended up using actually some base game lipsticks. I was looking for the Wonder Sims edit one, and apparently it's only available for females. I don't know. What did I end up doing for his... I know that I gave him like a lip color of some sort. Did I end up going natural with it? What did I do? Because I was originally thinking like a black lipstick, but I didn't like the way that any of it looked. But okay, I guess that's what I went with. It was still kind of like a natural tone. I don't know. And then hair, I guess, is our next step. So I don't mind this hair from university. I really truly don't. It's not my favorite, but I don't mind it. And then you'll see me kind of go back and forth here on a few different hairstyles on him, because I was like, okay, he's supposed to be punk. I could go a bunch of different ways with this, with having like the undershave or however I wanted to go. I do tend to like longer hair on like male Sims for some reason. So I went back and forth between this one and this one, and I ended up going for the shorter one because I felt like it just kind of ended up looking better for some reason. So I went with that. And then his outfit really wasn't difficult. I wanted something that had long sleeves like this, and I was surprised that I actually had something like that in my game, but this is what I ended up going with. And then did I do a pair of ripped pants possibly? I feel like that might have been what I went with, as a pair of ripped pants, but I had to wait for my game to kind of like load up. I really like the way that this looked. And then we did possibly just some Converse, because that's typically what I go for with my Sims for some reason. Pretty sure that's actually what I ended up going with. I do go in and like color some stuff, but I went ahead and decided I was going to hop in and add some tattoos and piercings possibly. I don't remember if I stuck with the tattoos, because he does actually have some tattoos. Oh, that's right. I was going to give him these earrings. I do end up changing this. You will see that I leave them for quite a little bit, trying to see if I kind of like vibed with it or not. I didn't end up actually vibing with it. And then I took the nails off because it went on top of the shirt and that looked a little weird to me. But I do try and add some tattoos. I wanted something that was going to show on his thigh. So I was trying to figure that out. Now he does have a lot of body hair, that trying to find a tattoo that was actually going to fit properly, like show properly, was a little bit tough. And I didn't know exactly what kind of vibe I was going for with tattoos, but I believe I did actually figure one out. I just could not tell you what it was. So in the CC list, if I don't have the tattoos listed, I'm sorry, but it's genuinely based on the fact that I don't know what ones I use. So I went with this shirt here because I ended up liking it better than the first one. And then I did not realize how many options these pants had. I didn't actually end up going with the ripped one. I went with these nice patterned kind of vibe here. Felt like it kind of worked overall. And then I went back in and removed these earrings because I was not vibing with them on him at all. I believe I ended up just adding in possibly some wooden plugs, or like spacers, because that tends to be what I end up liking on my Sims. So I'm pretty sure that's what I ended up going with. You can see I gave him some snake bites, a nose piercing, and an eyebrow piercing. And then I hopped back in and edited his earlobes so that it fit properly, but I believe that was it. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up right here. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, you can go ahead and hit the like button down below. If you want to see some more videos from me, you can subscribe. I post videos typically Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but for July and August, I'm posting 6 days a week, and I may stick with that. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. If you're already subscribed, want notifications when I post, you can go ahead and hit the bell down below. If you already have notifications turned on, make sure that your YouTube notifications are turned on so that the alerts can go through to your technology. The download link and CC list for Eddy will be in the description, and I will see you all in my very next video. Bye, lovelies!